So these are now the maggots. So we got our eggs, like they lay the eggs on the wood, like you see now. These are the eggs. You can see the eggs. So we harvest these eggs. We place them in feeds. You can prepare feeds. Let me say you can use leftovers of organic leftovers. You can use breweries. You place your eggs on top. Then in 2 to 3 days, these eggs hatch into what we call larvae. My name is Kubera Mark, and I'm at Makerere University, College of Business and Management Sciences, doing Bachelor of Commerce, and I'm in my 3rd year. So today, we are here to look at what is known as black soldier flies, as you can see them here. So these flies, as we know now in the nation or in our country, the country is known for agriculture. Basically, we are basing in agriculture. We are known for agriculture. So in agriculture, we know we rear animals and plus digging and stuff. So we came up with, all this business was brought up to make sure that we substitute what is known as animal premix, like the silverfish, the cotton, and these black soldier flies, they can substitute what is known as silverfish. And currently we know that silverfish is expensive, but the soldier flies can substitute, and they are cheap to make, they are cheap to keep, they are cheap to rear, they don't have any effect on humans, and they are so friendly, environment friendly. Why am I saying they are environment friendly? It is because these things feed on only water, and they feed also on organic waste. The organic waste mainly, as we are going to see, the organic waste is used to feed the maggots. But when we reach this stage, these ones only feed on water. And now, in the process, how does the process start? The process starts by, if you want to be, like let me say, start the farming, you want it to be on a large scale. You can start by keeping the flies. And how? If you want to start the farming business, you can come up and say, I want to start with keeping the maggots, then I go to the larva stage, then I go to the pupa stage, and then I get the flies. Or you can say, here I want to start with the pupas. You see down here in the net, this was once the pupa stage. So the pupa stage turned into the flies, and now these flies, they lay the eggs on the wood you see inside there. Now those woods, we don't just put them in the basin. There's what we call attractant, something that pulls them to come and lay eggs in those woods. It is called attractant. And any attractant must have what we call a strong scent. So you can come up with something that has a strong scent. Let me say you can come up with something, anything that has a strong scent. Let me say intestines of hens. You can use pineapple leftovers. You can use anything that that has that strong scent, and you put it in the basin. Then you place your wood on top, and these flies will come comfortably and freely, and they lay eggs on those woods. So, and those other things you see that, like the Bugelicans are used to feed the insects. These insects only feed on water. Once they reach the net, they don't feed on anything else but water alone. So, and after any insect, after laying eggs at a period of 1 to 2 weeks, the insect dies. And then we harvest our eggs. It depends on how much or like the production you have. So if you have a small production or a big production, you can say like every after 2 days I'm going to harvest my eggs. So you get the eggs, we remove them from the net. But when you're harvesting these eggs, we know that these insects, they are so active when there is sun. So when there is a lot of sun, when you try to open that net, they can easily run out and escape to the environment. Yes, they are not harmful, but you'll be making a loss, you as a business person. So it is advisable that whenever you are going to harvest your eggs, you make sure that you harvest these eggs either early in the morning before the sun comes out, or very late in the evening when the sun is out or it has gone. So we have harvest our eggs. The eggs are put.
This is what you're talking about.
So these are now the maggots. So we got our eggs, like they lay the eggs on the wood, like you see now. These are the eggs. You can see the eggs. So we harvest these eggs. We place them in feeds. You can prepare your feeds. Let me say you can use leftovers of organic leftovers. You can use breweries. You place your eggs on top. Then in 2 to 3 days, these eggs hatch into what we call larvae. So this larvae, after 2 weeks, it can be used to feed birds. Now, for the young birds, they can't eat this big size, so they eat the larvae of around 2 to 3 weeks, which is kind of small. But when it becomes big, now these ones are used to feed the mature birds. So if you said, now I'm not going to feed the birds, I want them to increase production, you will wait until these maggots turn into black. Now you can see, like now we have a black maggot. You can see this one. Now this one has finished feeding. It no longer feeds. It is just waiting for some few weeks or some few days. It becomes dormant. When it becomes dormant, you harvest it and put them in the net. Then the process continues and continues like that, and it's a very good business. Or you can even say, I want to dry my larvae now. Like you see now, this is dried larvae, and we don't dry it under direct sunlight. It is dried under a sun dryer. So, because when you dry it under direct sunlight, it loses its protein content and also the fats. So it is advised you dry it under sun dryer. And the reason for drying it under sun dryer is to keep it for a longer time. Because when you keep it in this state, it can even stay a year without going bad. But when you keep it in the stage of pupa, mayanga, the larvae, when you mix your food using the larvae and say I'm going to store it, since this larvae has water content in it, these feeds of yours, they will gain that moisture and they can easily go bad. So it is better if you are going to mix your feeds and you store them for a long time. It is advisable you first dry the maggots, then you can use this foam to mix into your feeds, and those feeds you can keep them for a longer time. But if you are going to, you say that I'm going to just mix the feeds and I give them today or in these 2 days, you can even use the live maggots, or you can set your army, I want the dried ones. But also the issue with the dried ones is to get 1 kilo of dried maggots, you will need to dry around 3 kilos of the fresh ones. So it is up to you. You can send here, since I'm producing them for myself and on a large scale, I'll dry them and it is okay. But if you're going to sell for business, these ones, you don't make a lot of money out of them, because you need to dry a lot of the fresh ones to get the dried ones. And generally, that is the black soldier fly. It is a good business to us, all the farmers and those who are interested in making money, and you can really generate a lot of money out of it. And I encourage all the youth, because right now we are under innovation, youth and innovation. We are under youth and innovation, and I encourage my fellow youth to come up and participate in such businesses. They are very good businesses for the youth. You can make a lot of money out of it, and you can really benefit out of it. That's all said.
Where can we find this kind of? Where do you sell them?
Now, when you want to buy them, you can either make an order. You can say, me, I want to start with the eggs. You make an order. then we can either link up and tell you that we can either deliver them, or you can come on the farm. We are located in Wakiso. You can even call us and we direct you in case you want to see where the farm is. And even when you want to start up and you want to say, I want this thing to be set up at my farm, we can also do that for you. Even when you want to buy the nets, we can also sell you the nets. And our telephone numbers you can reach on, it's an Airtel number. It is 0708 40 31 08.
Just tell us, is this business profitable?
Yes, the business is very profitable. In which way? You can
look here and tell the people.
How is it profitable? It is profitable, let me say, to those who are engaging only money, not going to farming. You can sell your finished products. You can sell the larvae. You can sell the eggs. You can sell the pupa, anything from the eggs to the pupa stage you can sell, and it's very profitable, I'm telling you, if you are serious and committed to it, because these things need a lot of care and attention. So if you want if you want something to give you out products, you must show it love, because you show it love, it shows you back love. So if you want to benefit, it is profitable. Me, I'm telling you, it's very profitable. You don't need to spend a lot on it. The costs are few, because maybe you only need to buy timber and the nets, maybe and the breweries and the wood. If you can't manage the wood, you can say me I will start with the boxes, because these things the insects can lay eggs on the boxes also. So to assure you, the business is very profitable and it's a nice one if you are serious with it.
Silverfish is expensive.
Yes.
We are looking at sustainability. Can you sustain a poultry farmer who has a large, like the big farm?
Now, in the course of business, it is very good to make friends. So in this business, if you find out that you have a customer or a client who needs these products in large quantities, and you have some few friends who are also dealing in this, and you can't manage supplying them, you can't supply your customer, you can link up with your fellow or your friends who are dealing in the same business, and you combine such that you can be able to do what? To supply your customer. Yes.
So as a business person, what inspired you to join this business?
Me personally, as a business, because I'm doing college, I'm doing Bachelor of Commerce, but most people have come and say that this thing is supposed to be in agriculture. But me personally, in the background, we have a background of agriculture. At our home, we deal in agriculture, and our parents have taught us loving agriculture and putting a lot of effort in it, since it is one of the things that has brought us up and kept us alive. So me personally, my parents inspired me. Also the research. Most people use YouTube to watch videos, to watch what. But if you feel like it's something you need in your life, you can make it a lifetime to make sure that you use YouTube like to research. Because personally, I used to do research about them. When I first heard them from my parents, then I decided to go and research about them. And it came to my mind to know that such a thing is very good. You don't need to put in a lot, but when you are getting, you get a lot out of it.
Do you have like a supermarket where you sell these things, or you have a shop where somebody can look for you apart from the farm?
Personally, we have not yet established an outlet, but God willing, when we get there or we start producing on a large scale, because doing such outlets needs when you have funds and you are well established, like in economically and financially. So with time, when we keep on pushing and pushing, we shall be able to locate or to let out outlets where people can easily get such products. But apparently, you can only locate us from our farm.
One may ask that maggots or black soldier fly, they look dirty and what? So you don't fear them. How do you look at them?
Me personally, from my own view, at start, I didn't like them because I feared maggots, I fear cockroaches, I fear caterpillars. But you know, in this life, if you see something is profitable, you can conquer your fear and say, no, I'll overcome this fear and start engaging myself in such a business. Because yes, you can fear them, but on side of the healthy part, these things are not dangerous to our health because they don't spread diseases. They don't smell when they're eating, unlike houseflies. Houseflies, if it was houseflies, you would smell bad odor. But now these ones, they are so friendly, they don't give out bad smell. They are generally good. They are generally good.
What do you tell the slay queens who wanted to have business and you know, somebody's going to watch you out there and they say, these things,
for the slay queens, you know, now it is good to be I would say it is good to be a slay queen, but if you want something in life, because most ladies and men and gentlemen, they are coming from rich backgrounds and they don't necessarily need to work hard for their lives. But what I would do, I would encourage my fellow youth out there, if you really want something in your life and you want something, you know, money that you have worked for, there's a way you feel when you are owning your own money, more than this money that is given to you by parents, because you can spend extravagantly if you get free money from your parents, but if you start up something that is yours, there's a way you feel like you have ownership to that money. So I encourage my fellow youth out there to pick up such businesses because it makes you get your own money and you don't need to be here 24 hours. You can maybe, if you have your other job, you can you come in the morning and in the evening. Then you come and visit and see how the farm is doing. You don't need to be here 24/7. So it is good, and I encourage them to come up and start investing in such a business.
How much money do you need to start this kind of business? If I want to start tomorrow.
If you want to start tomorrow, now there it depends how do you want to start, with which quantity do I want to start. There's someone who can come and say, me I want to start with 2 kilos, I want to start with 3 kilos. So it depends on how large you want to start. It's not specific that I have this money, because only a net can cost around 45,000 to going onwards, depending on the size you want. But any money can start up a business, and here necessarily you can maybe start up you can get a net with also making a stand. Okay, maybe you can start around 200 someone who is starting with such, the way you see this one, you can start up with just 200 to start up it, and you continue, you go on producing, but there's no specific amount.
All right, tell us your name finally and the contact where they can find you.
Okay,
buy your things.
My name is Kubera Mark, at Makerere University, doing Bachelor of Commerce, specializing in accounting. And specializing in accounting. and not if you want to reach us, you can call Airtel line 0708 40 31 08.